want to talk about my YouTube journey a little bit, which started out with a video game YouTube channel that I had with my brother and a couple of my friends. It was called the Tanuki Toad Team, and we played classic Nintendo games. And it was interesting because for the most part, I was just like the talent. Like, I would show up and play games, and my brother was in charge of all of the like uploading and stuff. So there was a lot that when my brother left for his mission and I took over the channel for a bit, there was a lot that I had to learn about running a YouTube channel and doing things like making thumbnails. But it was really cool because I was able to flex those creative muscles a little bit, which was really nice. And one of the really interesting things that I've had to learn from doing like the video game YouTube channel to doing these types of YouTube videos where it's more like talking head video essays type thing is the video game. You start the game, you play it, and you commentate. And it's like, it's not necessarily easy, but it's all like there and it's ready to go. And you don't have to worry a ton about your script or whatever. You can just kind of do it all improv, and you're able to immediately engage the audience with something that they can relate to, which can be harder with like a YouTube channel if it's just like your face and like they've never seen you before. So they're like, how am I supposed to relate to this? So that was a really interesting thing. During that time, I was trying to figure out like how long it was. I think I started my own video game YouTube channel. So the first one, the group one, was started like 12 years ago. I started my own like 11 years ago, so about a year after starting is that 12 years ago? Yeah, almost, about, right? Yeah, because we started the YouTube channel back in like 2012. But my own thing, I wanted to try out just doing like 2-player co-op type things. So we did like Rampage and did some like Lego Lord of the Rings. We did some mods of like Super Mario 64. And on my friend's channel, we did some mods of Ocarina of Time. So it was like 4-player, and that was really cool. I would actually really like to do that again. And then I went on my mission, and when I came back, I did my first like art video. And I did something, I think I did like, is it in Inkscape or like Adobe Illustrator? I made like a drawing of one of the characters. I think it was in Inkscape, yeah. And it's really interesting to look back at some of those videos. I don't know why, like one of the Rampage videos has like 8,000 views, and it's like, I don't understand how that happened. But it was really cool to just try out some things and not have to worry too much about it. I got to try out some things with, the thumbnails were pretty basic, but I got to try out some like end things before YouTube had the automatic one. So I'd make my own like end credits type thing. And then I was like, I would like to make an art channel because that's what I was going to be studying in college. And I was like, how about I launch a new channel? I thought about doing it just the same, but I'm like, I don't want, my whole audience is probably video game stuff. So I made my art channel, which started out as like Creator Bits Official, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. But then I was like, this doesn't feel real to me like, it doesn't feel authentic to me. And I think people think maybe I'm like this huge studio of people, and I'm not. I'm just myself. I do like all the editing and stuff myself. So then I changed it to like Bit by Bit James, which was my Instagram handle, and now it's James Candyland. And we'll see. I don't know. I changed my mind a lot on things. But yeah. So if you want to check out the main channel, it's at James Candyland, and that's what most of my links are on socials. And I've been doing a lot of videos about animation and about art, and I've done some animations and some stuff in Blender that's done pretty okay. Did like a thing in Maya that did pretty good, and I've been able to just try out different things. Done a lot more with thumbnail design after studying graphic design and stuff. Fonts, really important. Finding fonts that you kind of relate to in some way, and taking those fonts and tying them into your brand or into your idea of who you are as a YouTuber. And I think my first channel, at least that's on there, is the Shovel Knight channel. And it was this eye-opening thing, which I kind of need to learn from. So maybe you can learn from it before I do. But I reached out to someone at Yacht Club Games that worked on Shovel Knight. I was able to do an interview. It was just through email. But it was really cool, and the video turned out really good. And I haven't reached out to like anyone since. So there's something, at least like in the professional level for doing like interviews, even though I want to, it's just kind of psyching myself out. So yeah, and I did a video essay about music, and it's really cool for me, YouTube, and like documenting things and to see different setups that I used, but the things that are like the same throughout all of them, like this little Link dude, and then the things that are added and come over time, like Baymax and Luigi, and I have a Vaporeon over here. And it was interesting I've done some Let's Plays and video games on there too, but for the most part, it's been art and animation. And I wanted to get into vlogging, so I tried that a little bit when I went to the Asian market with my cousin. And it turned out pretty good, but there's just so much that goes into editing a vlog. It's pretty crazy. And one of my videos that really just kind of blew up was on the Super Mario Bros. Movie when that came out. I made this video about it, if I can even see that. Yeah, and I made it I woke up that morning and I knew that the Nintendo Direct was going on and it was about to be announced, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and I'm like, hey, I need to make a react video to this. So I woke up, I ran upstairs, recorded this really cool like reaction video, and I did it live because I was like, yeah, that's gonna be super cool to do this live and to make it like, yeah, I'm gonna connect with so many people. And at the end of it, I was like, dang, that was cool. I looked and I wasn't streaming. I don't know why, but I wasn't streaming to anywhere. The live feed wasn't going to anywhere, really. And because of that, it also didn't save the video anywhere. I was like, oh man. And I was like, okay, well, let's just do this again. So I started it from the beginning and did this reaction to the trailer of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And it did really good, and a lot of people were able to see the channel from that, and it was just really cool seeing that change. And then I've done kind of some stuff with music. I've been wanting to do more with music. Yeah, I definitely tried out a lot of different things, which is really interesting. But I wish you could like flip this around. It was like autofocusing again and again. I think I just turned that thing off. But yeah, so and I've done like an animatic now, which turned out pretty good. I just did like some audio from like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I think. I did some videos for Legend of Zelda because I love Legend of Zelda. I made a teaser trailer with stock footage and then just made it to that cinematic format, and it's amazing just that how much that just makes it like cinematic. But I also did a little bit of color grading just to enhance it a little bit, and done some voice acting, real type stuff. So I've just tried tons of different things out and seeing what's stuck and what I've enjoyed. Because there's one thing in like, what are people responding to and reacting to and connecting to, but also it's important that you are enjoying the things that you are doing for your YouTube channel, and that you are getting something out of that as well. So I've tried out things with animation and Blender, and if you're working on a YouTube channel, this is just kind of to say, like, don't be afraid to try out new things. Yes, find your niche and like what you want to go into, but don't be afraid to, once you have that box, to think outside of that box, or to break outside of that box and to try out different things that interest you. And honestly, it's hard sometimes especially like today. Today's one of those days that's very hard to think of an idea for a video. I've done a couple from like Studio Ghibli movies and stuff, but it's like once you've done something a couple of times, it becomes kind of like repetitious, and you're like, I need to change. I need to change this up in some way. So I look for inspiration from people outside of my niche, like Peter McKinnon, Becky and Chris, Andrew Wong. They're like musicians and the photographers and YouTubers that they're not quite like illustrators or animators, but I can learn a lot from them and their process and the things that they focus on. And just looking at the way someone else creates can sometimes inspire you in your own creation. So yeah, I've thought about doing like a deep dive into the time with the Tanuki Toad team, because we made like how many, like so many. It's kind of scary how many videos we made, because we just kept going at it, you know, and type. Made 611 videos, so yeah. And played tons of different games. Played some indie games, which was cool, which got me interested in that, I think, more. So I would like to do more with like indie games and the indie scene. I was thinking about it recently, like, it's so hard trying to get a job within the animation industry, and how at least for now it could be really cool to grow in that indie scene of animation and video game design and stuff. I think could be really cool. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's been on my mind recently, so I just wanted to share that and doing this vertical format, so maybe it'd be a little easier and just to try things out, to experiment, you know, have fun with it. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, and ramen.